for us to take a look at what's been happening on, well, in the online space and also on the social media front. And joining me, as always, every week is digital news production editor, that is Bongi Mogale. Bongi, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Morning, Evan.
It's been another busy week. Bomb explosions and reports and all sorts. Where do we start? With the bomb explosion at Radovan Krejcir's business? I'm sure that must have been one of the things that you guys had all sorts on.
Definitely, Evan. It's felt like a James Bond movie the whole week, to be perfectly honest. What we've done with this story is obviously, you know, with the general news, put up the news videos that we had on this. But what we also did, because people might not actually know Radovan Krejcir's background, his history and all of that, we've got a timeline of his, so people can click and have a look at going back a few years, you know, how has he crept up? What are the incidents that have been related to him? And then they just read all of this stuff that's available on the website. Obviously, lots of people have a lot to say about him. There's a lot of concern regarding the number of dead bodies that keep piling up around him. And people don't know now, if you're in Bedford View, are you actually going to come out alive? And lots of people have a lot of stuff to say about this. So we've also got that. We've included that social comment.
I had a guy in studio in the week and he said, you don't want to have tea with this guy because you might just end up dead the next day. So that's been very interesting. But it's also been the week after the IEC's registration weekend, and they must be quite happy with the way that the registration went. You guys carried that as well?
Yes. I think the IEC is quite pleased with the turnout. We had one of our multimedia producers, Luvuyo Mdeni, he went through to the IEC's offices when they had their presser. And he put together this for us, where you can see some of these stats regarding males, females, and the age group breakdown as you go down. We've got the provincial count, you know. So these are things that people can have a look at and see how it's going with the registration. We also have this very lovely feature, which is an interactive map that we put together. So we're playing around with a lot of different ways of visualizing information, particularly with numbers. You'll know people don't want to go through reams and reams and reams of figures. So if you make it interesting for them, I think it just speaks more to the user. I
love it. I think you did it. It's fantastically dissected, and all the relevant information that is needed is right there. Thuli Madonsela in the headlines today and the whole week, and I see that you guys are carrying a little bit on her this entire week as well.
Yes. Oh, we've been on the story. I mean, it's been going back and forth and back and forth. What we've done is that when you come into our home page, you will be able to click on the in-house ad, which is basically right on your right side of the screen, and it brings up all of the stories regarding what's been going on back and forth regarding these core challenges. And what we've also done is one of these story files where we've invited people's comments, because everybody has something to say about this regarding what's going on with the ministers, with the president, with Ngandla, with Thuli Madonsela, people commenting that, you know, maybe Thuli should not actually go anywhere near Bedford View while all of this is going on, while some are saying, you know, they're showing a lot of support for her, and others are sort of like she's digging a hole for herself, because at some point there's going to be repercussions. So we wait and see.
And then my favorite of the week is the man that certain parts of South Africa love to hate, Robert McBride. I think his nomination as the new head of the IPID must have raised quite a few eyebrows online this week as well. Yes,
it did. It seems like he cannot shake off his history no matter what he does. Even if his convictions are overturned, it doesn't matter. People won't forget.
Do you think they'll ever forgive him and Ellen Bussard?
I don't know, but it's a very difficult one.
It doesn't seem to. If you follow social media and you read the forums, it seems that
they're not letting him go.
Yeah. What's trending? What's trending this morning? We've got a minute left. What's trending? What are we going to look at?
Okay. What's been trending this week is the Malota Road accident and obviously Robert McBride. But what's also trending is the fact that Sachin Tendulkar, he's playing his 200th test.
Very interesting.
Everybody's interested in this. You'll have a look. There's pictures about him, views on him. The hashtag is Thank You Sachin. Everybody's really, you know, it's sort of the end of an era, and having a sportsman who's been quite superb.
God in India, they call him. I see you running a nice on the hashtag Thank You Sachin. I see there's lots of comments and contributions from celebrities and all kinds of sports stars, and all of that is running.
Yes. all of this. Anyone who goes onto Twitter, this is what you're going to have a look at. Everybody is really, I think it's just something that touches them. With all the bad news, sports somehow manages to lift people up.
The opium of the masses, they call it, my dear. Bongi, thank you once again for joining us this week. Always a pleasure to have you with us. And I'm sure you'll bring us some nice stuff again next week. Are you running any picture galleries?
No, unfortunately, no real picture stories this week.
Okay.
It's been more
Maybe
of the
next
social
week.
commentary sort of stuff.
No, it's been a hard news week.
We'll
actually.
do a special one just for you, Ian.
Thank you very much. We'll look out for that one on sabc.co.za/news. It is. Of course, this week. Oh, Bongi, by the way, thank you for joining us again.
Welcome.
Of course, it's South African Sports Awards this weekend, and